About 2 months ago, I put out a video reviewing Theory Sabers. This is the one I got. It was the Alien Saber, and I thought it was a great product, and I still think it's a great product. But I thought there was a lack of clarity around how to actually use it and control its functions. So I'm just putting together this video to help those who may be a bit stuck with how to use the single button saber. So you'll get the blade like this. It should already be charged for you, but the whole thing will be powered down, so this won't be lit. The way you power it on is you hold it down for 1 second. It'll make a noise to indicate that it's on, and now the light is blue. So the saber is on, but not turned on. Now there are 6 things you can do when the saber is powered on, but the blade is turned off, or the saber's turned off. So the first one is you press the button once, and you turn the saber on, and the blade activates as such. So there we go. The blade is lit. The saber is making noise. The second one, which is to hold the button for 1 second, and you do see the button pulsing, so that can kind of give an indication as you count in your head. If you hold for 1 second as such, you get the volume control up. So let's give that a go.
High volume.
So the saber is now at high volume. If you don't want high volume, mute. Then you do the same thing, obviously. You just hold down for 1 second and cycle through.
Low volume.
The second one is hold for 2 seconds, and this is the one that I think most people are most interested in, and it's the one that I was surprised about because I didn't realize I was getting it, is hold down for 2 seconds and you change the sound fonts. So let's hold it for 2 seconds. So now I've switched to the Darth Vader sound font. So this will sound different to one that I'll show you in a minute. Yep, and then let's try another one. So let's hold it for 2 seconds again. Ahsoka. So that sounds different. The swinging effect will sound different, and so will the retraction noise. The next one is to hold for 3 seconds, and I personally feel like this is the least important one. It is to control music. So you get 3 or 4 different sound music tracks included in this. So let's hold it down for 3 seconds and we can have a listen. So I've got the Force theme playing, and there's no way to turn it off, so you've got to cycle through before you can turn it off. So let's go to the next one. So we got... Let's do it again. Okay, so there's 3, and you just got to cycle through if you just want to test it out. The next one is hold for 4 seconds. Now this one is controlling a function when the saber is on, so I will show you what it looks like in both senses. So let's hold it down for 4 seconds.
Face off.
I believe it says face off. I'm not 100% sure. I'm calling it clash, and I'll show you why I call it clash. So let's turn the saber on. So clash is now off. It's not making any clashing as I'm whacking it against my hand. So let's turn this off, and now let's hold it for 4 seconds again.
Face on.
And again, I don't know what it says, place on, something like that. But if I turn it on, now it's clashing. So that's the clash, I'm calling the clash function. The next one, hold for 5 seconds. And this one controls motion control. So you might have noticed that as I've been going, I've been flicking my wrist and turning it on and off as such. If you don't want that, because it can get a little bit annoying sometimes, we're going to hold the button for 5 seconds.
Motion control off.
It'll tell you motion control is on or off. If we turn it on, I now can't turn it off. That was just the clash happening. And we'll obviously get into how to turn it off if your motion control isn't on. We'll get into that in a minute. So those are the main 6 functions when your saber is powered on but turned off. Now let's look at the functions when the single blade saber is on. So let's turn our saber on by pressing the button once. So we're still on Ahsoka's font. So the first function we want to know about when the saber is on is pressing this button once. So like we did to turn on, we're going to get the blaster effect. Now, depending on what sort of blade type you have. I've obviously got the baselit one. The saber is going to present differently with where the blaster effect is. Mine just turns a shade of white to indicate that it's being hit. The second function we can look at is clash. So this one we are holding the button for 1 second, and we're getting the clash effect now. So it is a bit annoying to look at, so I won't do it for too long. But if you do want to ever do a clash function, just hold the button for 1 second. The next function is hold for 2 seconds, which will be the color change, and we'll be able to cycle through our colors. So let's hold the button for 2 seconds. So now we're in a state where if we swing the saber, it won't make any sound. And that's okay, that's fine. That means we're in the right spot. I think in other sabers you have to hold the saber hilt upside down like Ahsoka does. But for this one in particular, you don't have to. It's just hold it for 2 seconds. And then to cycle through the colors, you just tap the button or press the button once. So we've got green, purple, a goldy color, and so forth. So you cycle through. So let's stop at green. And then to confirm this color, you hold the button once while in the color changing mode. And it's just like that, and the swing sound returns. The next function we can do is holding the button for 3 seconds, which changes the blade font and the blade effects. So this is probably one function that, I mean, I don't personally find it useful, but some people might. There is one that I'm gonna provide a warning for because it's like the clash effect. It can hurt your eyes, so just be warned. So I'll let you know. So let's hold it for 3 seconds first. I think it's this first one. Yep, so that's different to the clash. So to end this, we're just gonna hold it button down for 3 seconds again. So the first one I'm calling flashing, and it's like the clash effect that we did earlier, but it's just doesn't change to a white color, it stays at the same color. This second one that we're on now is the pulsing one, and I don't know if you can really tell, but the blade is kind of growing stronger and kind of diluting a bit as it kind of activates here. So it's just another blade font if you want this. And the third one, which I believe is the most popular, which you can cycle through to just by holding the button for 3 seconds, is the solid effect. And this one won't, this is the standard one. This one won't affect or have any effects on it really. So it's just the standard one. The last function you can do with the saber turned on is to hold it down for 4 seconds, and this will turn the saber off as such. And the last thing to note is that while the saber is off, this is the final function of the saber being off, is to hold it down for 6 seconds. You notice that the circle has now is not blue anymore, it's powered off. So to power it off, you hold it down for 6 seconds. There's 2 more things I want to do for you guys with the saber. Is I want to show you the sound fonts and the lightsaber colors. So again, we're going to go into the color changing mode. So we'll start off with green. It's a nice Yoda, Ahsoka, Qui-Gon green. We cycle through to a rose, like a very faded pink sort of color. I don't know any characters that use this color in Star Wars. We've then got an orangey goldy one, which is quite nice. Then we got a purple, the Mace Windu's, the Mara Jades of the world will use this color. Then we got a more definitive orange color. I suppose this is more of, it's a bit lighter of an orange than what Balin and Shin use, but similar. Then we've got pink. Again, I don't know any characters that use the pink or magenta colors. We then got white, so this is Ahsoka's one, or if you wanted to do a dark saber, this is the one you want to use. Then we've got a dark blue. Most notably, this will be like Anakin or Obi-Wan or Plo Koon. Then we got red. You can associate with any Sith, Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, Darth Maul, etc. And then yellow. Most notably, I would say Rey and also the Jedi Temple Guards. And then kind of a tealy aqua color, which is quite nice. Again, I don't know any characters that use this. And then I believe this is the last one, is a light blue. And we see more of the blue, this blue in like the Clone Wars with Obi-Wan and some other characters. So yeah. Yep, we're back to the start. So those are the 12 colors that you get with the basic baselit saber, and I think this is standard across most basic sabers. Okay, so now I want to share with you the 12 sound fonts that come with the basic saber, single button saber. So the first thing we want to do is obviously hold down the button for 2 seconds. Okay, so we're starting off with Count Dooku sound font, so it's going to sound very similar to what we get in the movies. A quick ignition. Makes that sort of noise. Blast of fire. Clash. Let's move to the next one. This is a custom font. I'm not sure it's actually applicable to any sort of character, but this is what it sounds like. That actually sounds like an X-Wing. Okay, this will be a Darth Sidious one. I actually like this one. It has a bit of more of a growl than most of the sabers do. Alright, let's move to the next one. This is Cal Kestis's one. Quite like this one, it's pretty good. Like Count Dooku's, quick ignition, quick retraction. Yoda. That one's fairly basic, I would say. Alright, this one is one of my favorites. This is Kylo Ren's one. And then this is my favorite one. Sounds so cool. Sounds so cool. Alright, next one.
Wait, is this training? My training? No. Always training, the universe is.
Same deal. I'm not 100% sure if this is applicable to any character. I feel like it would be Luke Skywalker, but let's give it a listen. I think it is, but I'm not too sure. Next one.
I'm told it is the dark saber.
This is another really good one. I guess the really unique sounding ones are the best sounding. So this is the dark saber one, as obviously Din Djarin just said. It's got that nice kind of, it's like a crystallized chime or like synth or, I don't know, distorted hum. It's really nice. And then obviously hitting Beskar there, that's quite nice. And then same deal as the retraction, sounds really nice. It's just a really good one.
Star Killer.
Star Killer. Now, this one I think also sounds very good. Again, a bit basic, but I think you know what you're getting with a Star Killer Saber sound font. Grievous, this one is probably the most basic of them all. It sounds really like a Jedi lightsaber ignition, I guess because he has 4 of them, but you'll understand what I mean in a second. Very stock standard. It's pretty much like what you would hear in the movies. The Butcher. I think this is referring to Revan. I'm not 100% sure, but this is another really good sounding one. Leia. This is actually my favorite sound font, and I think I really enjoy it with the blue. Darth Vader. This is a very good sounding Sith font. Ahsoka's font. Now, this is from Season 7 or from Rebels. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're similar sounding ones anyway. I think it's the Season 7 one, but anyway. I think this is the last one. Anakin. This is another basic one. And I believe... Actually, no, this will be the last one here. Now, I'm still on the fence on if this is actually Obi-Wan's or Maul's. Obviously, saying Kenobi makes it seem like it's Obi-Wan's, but I guess you can be the judge of that. So that's all you need to know about the sound fonts, the colors, and most importantly, the controls for the single button Theory Sabers lightsaber. Again, I think it's really handy to know this rather than trying to tinker with it and mess stuff up and then get stuck on a setting that you don't want. So I hope you found this video helpful, and make sure to share it if you think your friends or other people you know might find it helpful as well. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.